Toward a deal. Mark Benioff, founder of Salesforce, shows up to talk about a new operating system for Twitter. What else? Who else?
Okay, here's a really fun one. So the banker Grimes, not the singer Grimes, the banker Morgan Stanley Grimes, tried to connect Elon Musk with Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX. He's a billionaire many times over. He said, and this is that he could put $5 billion into Musk's deal to buy Twitter. Yeah, I'm reading this from Business Insider. This is so funny, Carol. Quote, Musk disliked Grimes' text explaining briefly who Bankman-Fried is and suggesting a meeting, but wrote of a meeting, quote, so long as I don't have to have a laborious blockchain debate. I really saw that one.
There's also Gail King, I guess, who was reaching out, trying to get him to do a sit-down interview. The first was on April 6th. She's like, have you missed me? Are you ready to do a proper sit-down with me? It's a must-read. Have a glass of wine and read it tonight.
Tune into Bloomberg Wall Street Week with David Weston tonight at 6 p.m. Wall Street time on Bloomberg. David speaks with RBC Capital Markets head of U.S. equity strategy, Lori Calvasino. Also former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers. Wall Street Week tonight at 6 on Bloomberg Radio.
Ever wish you knew a Washington insider?
Details on the president's plan unveiled today.
Well, now you do.
An eye on the primaries.
Bloomberg Washington correspondent Joe Matthew.
The big vote set for tonight in the U.S. House.
Along with D.C.'s most respected news team.
Bloomberg Politics contributors Jeannie Shamzano and Rick Davis with us.
Bloomberg Sound On with Joe Matthew. Weekday afternoons at 5 on Bloomberg 1130, the Bloomberg Business app, and BloombergRadio.com.
At Bloomberg, we believe in the power of ideas. That's why we launched Bloomberg New Economy Catalyst. It's a community of global leaders and innovators who are blazing new trails to transform business and government. This platform will help them share their ideas with the world and provide access to the resources they need to bring them to life. Bold thinking, breakthrough action. Learn more at BloombergNewEconomy.com/catalyst.
Have you ever invested in a CD only to find that soon after rates have gone up? Well, at Columbia Bank, we feel you shouldn't have to miss out. Introducing our Bump Up CD. Now when you open up a CD, you can take advantage of a special one-time opportunity to bump up your rate if rates increase. And those rates are rising, so open up your Bump Up CD today. It's just another way Columbia Bank helps keep your money growing. Visit a branch or ColumbiaBankOnline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Look beyond the ordinary with Global X ETFs. From cell phones to smartphones, our world is more connected than ever. Even average household items like toasters now have the capability to connect to the internet. As innovation and investment in digital infrastructure continues to increase, technologies like 5G and the Internet of Things are growing exponentially. Visit globalxetf.com to discover these themes and more for your portfolio.
It's 4:15 on Wall Street. That means it's time for an update on traffic. We do it every 15 minutes right here on Bloomberg Radio. Let's head off to Adam Wolski with an update on the Triborough Bridge. Hey, Adam.
Hi there, Carol, and it's a tough ride there getting out of Queens and into the Bronx or Manhattan. There was an accident right at the split for the Bronx and Manhattan on that leg, and that is taking out 2 lanes. You're backed up all the way to LaGuardia on the westbound Grand Central, and delays leaving the city about 40 minutes now, each at the Lincoln and the Holland tunnels. All approaches slow to the Jersey-bound George Washington Bridge. We have an accident now in New Jersey around Rockaway, westbound 80 at exit 35, blocking 2 lanes, and a crash in Katona and Westchester, northbound 684 near exit 6. And the Bloomberg 1130 3-day forecast. Cloudy tonight, rain possible late with a low near 55. Light rain tomorrow, high near 65. Showers likely on Saturday night, lows in the mid-50s. And cloudy with a chance of showers Sunday, high 60 to 65. This update sponsored by Audible. The best audio entertainment this fall is on Audible, the home of storytelling with audiobooks, exclusive originals, popular podcasts, and more, all in one app. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com. With the best ride in and out of the city, I'm Adam Wolski, Bloomberg 1130.
Markets, headlines, and breaking news 24 hours a day at Bloomberg.com, the Bloomberg Business app, and at Bloomberg Quick Take. This is a Bloomberg Business Flash.
final day of the third quarter, the equity market drops and we close at session lows. I think it's fair to say that some portfolio managers were making last-minute adjustments to their holdings, but you also have to consider the Fed's role in this. The Fed's favorite inflation metric picked up steam in the month of August. That personal consumption expenditures price index, the PCE, gaining 0.3% from July. It topped estimates, and that only exacerbated the concern about an aggressive Fed committing a policy mistake. Dow Industrial Average today off 1.7%. The NASDAQ Comp and the S&P each down today by 1.5%. Yesterday we were talking about the weakness in Apple after Bank of America warned of weak consumer demand for Apple's popular devices. Today Apple shares were down, and over the last 2 trading days, shares in Apple were off nearly 8%. I'm Doug Prisner. That is your Bloomberg Business Flash.
All right, Doug, thank you so much. You are listening to Bloomberg Business Week. Carol Master along with Tim Stenwick. I'm trying to get a tweet out because I just got a great picture.
Mine just sent, Carol.
Because it's classic Matt Miller. Our next guest really needs no introduction. Let's head to the Midwest, where our Bloomberg News radio and TV anchor, car aficionado, car lover, really to all things fast, can wear a shiny leather jacket like no other. Put those sunglasses back on, Matt Miller. And are you on a green screen? Because what the heck is behind you?
No, it's a gorgeous day here in Detroit. I'm at the Milford Proving Grounds. They have 4,000 acres, over 150 miles of track, and 150 buildings behind me, just to test out the newest, the latest, the greatest vehicles that they have in production. And I spent the day driving around in the new Silverado EV. It's an electric version of their Silverado pickup truck. It has 664 horsepower and over 750 pounds.
All right, man.
With a 400-mile range.
664 horsepower.
It's an EV. Do you hear the revving behind you? Are we getting any kind of rev out of it?
There was no sound in the pre-production model that I drove. Just like any electric vehicle, it was silent, which is good for some people. You might enjoy that. They did tell me they have something up their sleeve, and that in the fall when they release the Super RST maxed out version of this truck, there will be something special in terms of auditory, vibration. So we may hear some sound, but they wouldn't tell me what it was.
Okay, well, if you're watching on YouTube, then you're seeing some great images from your sort of beautiful fall day driving this thing. Matt,
wait, did you actually get to drive, or did they not even let you?
Ask Matt a question?
No,
I did not.
They didn't let you drive. What happened with that?
No normal mortals are allowed to drive it yet. The chief engineer, Nicole Kratz, she drove me around in it, and I was happy to have her piloting it. I could tell a lot about the handling and the suspension with the way it soaked up the bumps. There was no body roll like there is in my truck. I just got the new ZR2 with a 6.2-liter V8, but it's a very different experience.
Girls can drive, huh, Matt?
Yes. Women can drive quite well.
What is going on here?
Matt and I co-hosted for a long time, so I had some fun with him. Hey, tell us about your interview, though, with the GM president.
So it was really interesting. First of all, I'm a huge fan of Mark Royce and Mary Vera. They make an incredible team and have for years. So I got to ask him a number of questions about working here, which was fun. You can listen to that on the digital release. But in terms of the economy, I thought it was fascinating. You know, we got all these warnings from the automotive industry. Yesterday, CarMax, I think it was yesterday, really disappointing earnings, and demand was down. Prices are too high for consumers. But he said they haven't seen that at GM now. They have had a fantastic quarter. We're going to see the numbers in a week or two from GM that should confirm that. But he said consumers still are lining up for new cars. There's still a long wait list. The inventory is very low. So they have a big order book that's deep into probably next year.
Right.
That's the good news, right? The bad news is that inflation hasn't turned over. You saw that, I know, in the PCE number this morning, but I thought it was interesting from him as well. I said, listen, have you seen prices come down for the input costs, the raw materials, the stuff you have to buy to build these cars? And he said, no, we haven't seen that yet. They're still going up.
Well, that interview you did with Mark Royce, GM president, was incredible, and we want to share a little bit with our audience. Check it out, everybody.
The demand is there. I mean, we are selling every single thing that we make, and we're selling it deep into the pipeline. So our dealers have really done a good job of being able to show people what the truck or whatever the product is that they want, and then when it's built, and then when it's coming, and that'll just get better as the chip piece of this begins to level off and be more consistent.
Of course, that was General Motors President Mark Royce talking with our own Matt Miller earlier. Matt, what else stood out for you for that conversation and just kind of your experience? You know this world so well. It's such an important indicator of the U.S. economy and certainly the U.S. consumer.
Well, he did say that the chip problem is getting a little bit better, and he does see a light at the end of the tunnel. He thinks the fourth quarter is getting much better for that and for the supply chain issue. But I asked him about the economy because, you know, there's so many recession warnings. I don't even have to give you any detail about them. And he said they're ready for a slowdown. You know, they have made changes over the past 4 or 5 years so they can be more nimble and they can make the cost cuts that they need to if we do get into a deeper and longer recession.
Matt, was that a moped that just drove by? What was that noise?
No, that was like that was a late model, I think, Chevy Chevelle with straight pipes. Standing around here, you have all of the workers getting out for the weekend, right? And a lot of them are testing the new Corvette, the new Silverados, the new Cadillacs, and so they're showing what they can do here on the street as they peel out from the end of a long workday.
Well, it's such a cool place to be, right? It is where they check it out, everything that they've been developing and putting out there. But, you know, Matt, it just is reminding us of the big pivot that Mary Barra and team are doing when it comes to EVs and just kind of where the car industry is going.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people on the consumer side or on the business side really get how big this Ultium platform, the Ultium project is. That's their battery technology, and it basically becomes the frame of the car in a sense, right? The old Chevy Silverado was body on frame, all the best pickup trucks are, but this is like body on battery, and then they mount kind of subframes to the Ultium platform. They can do also so many other things with this Ultium project. So I think that's really the thing that Mark was most excited about in terms of the future for car production.
All right.
There's a big Harley right over there that you can probably hear. Oh, that's the Milwaukee 8 with the 114. That's big inches.
It reminded me of my dad. He used to look up in the air and he could identify the planes just by looking up. I just want to know how big your car wardrobe is, Matt. This is really important for everybody.
My car wardrobe?
Yeah, come on. You don't wear that jacket around here on air.
This is an exact replica of a 1943 Roughwear A2. The contract number was 27752. Eastman Leather makes these things out of horsehide, and they're absolutely gorgeous.
And they think women are high maintenance. We love you, Matt Miller. Get home safely. But
I'll give you a call, Matt. I had some questions, too. It's okay. Still minutes of Bloomberg Quick Take, new crypto show, Crypto IRL, premiering tonight. Katie Grassfield and I unpack how $2 trillion of crypto wealth was wiped out and where the industry goes from here. That's Crypto IRL tonight at 8 up Wall Street time on Quick Take and 8:30 on Bloomberg TV.
I'm Carol Masser.
And I'm Tim Stenovic. Join us for the weekend edition of Bloomberg Business Week.
This week's cover story, the unstoppable U.S. dollar is roiling markets around the globe.
Everyone wanted a stronger currency. Now people would like a weaker one.
Plus, Revolution CEO Steve Case on Silicon Valley in the heartland.
Bloomberg Business Week, tomorrow morning at 8 on Bloomberg 1130, the Bloomberg Business app, and BloombergRadio.com. Bloomberg, the world is listening.
Join us for the Bloomberg Chief Future Officer Briefing on October 25th in New York. The role of the Chief Financial Officer continues to evolve as conditions warrant hyper-responsiveness to changes in the business environment and economy overall. We'll examine how companies and financial leaders adapt to economic volatility and technological innovation, from coping with inflation concerns to emerging technology investment opportunities. Proudly sponsored by Workday. Register at BloombergLive.com/CFO/radio.
IBKR Event Trader offers a new way to trade futures. Use event contracts to trade your opinion on yes or no questions in key CME futures markets, including equity indexes, energy, metals, and foreign currencies. For example, will the price of gold close above $2,000 today? Yes or no? Take a position daily on potential price movements and gain exposure while limiting risk. Learn more at eventtrader.interactivebrokers.com.
Dear Calvary Hospital, there was no better caregiver on earth than our mom, Mary Houlihan. She taught us the value of our family, our Catholic faith, and caring for those in need. After raising the 6 of us, Mom went back to college and earned her doctoral degree in social work from Fordham University. Then she volunteered at her beloved Calvary Hospital. There she witnessed tender love and care for end-of-life patients as never before. During her final days, Calvary was there for her, making Mom's last journey peaceful and pain-free. She received the dignity and compassion she so greatly deserved. God bless you, Calvary Hospital. The Houlihan family.
This is Frank Calamari, president of Calvary Hospital. To learn more about our unique Calvary care, call us at 718-518-2000. Calvary Hospital is where life continues.
Why do wealth and advisory firms rely on BNY Mellon's Pershing? Maura Creekmore, co-head of Wealth Solutions, explains.
As the wealth management industry continues to transform, growth-minded firms, like yours, are rethinking how to best serve investors for the future. That's where Pershing comes in. Whether registered investment advisor, broker-dealer, or trust company, we see the world from your perspective, and we serve as a true extension of your team. As a Pershing client, you can expect something different. An expansive community of experts and resources that can guide you to success. Our investments in most innovative and flexible technology allow you to deliver game-changing experiences for your advisors and investors, all with the unmatched scale and capabilities of BNY Mellon. So you can be confident that no matter how your business grows, you can grow with us. How will you take your business to the next level?
To learn more about the industry-leading solutions for wealth management firms and advisors, visit Pershing.com. Pershing LLC, member FINRA, NYSE SIPC. When you're thinking about including charity in your will, you want to make sure your legacy is secure. For almost 100 years, the New York Community Trust has been a trusted partner to thousands of New Yorkers who want to give back. Together with the Trust, you can custom build a charitable fund that ensures your name will live on as a champion of the causes dear to you. Build a brighter future for our region with the New York Community Trust. It's how New Yorkers create legacies. Visit philanthropist.nyc to learn more.
429 on Wall Street, time for drive time traffic. We do it every 15 minutes right here on Bloomberg Radio. Adam Walski, the FDR, what's going on?
We have a stall there, Tim, on the FDR Drive, southbound around 79th Street. That has you backed up beyond the Triborough Bridge, and northbound delays begin in the 30s. They continue pretty much all the way up to the George Washington Bridge. You may get a break here or there. Unfortunately, the west side no better. There is an accident northbound by 96th Street, and then delays just continue up to the George Washington Bridge. The Lincoln and Holland tunnels about 40 minutes apiece heading into New Jersey. On the Whitestone Expressway, there is a crash southbound just as you come off the Whitestone Bridge. The Queensbound Broadneck and Whitestone Bridges both very slow. It's a tough ride all around. The Triborough Bridge, that accident, Bronx, Manhattan bound, still being cleared just as you start out at the Bruckner and the Deegan. It's slow all the way through Queens, eastbound on the LIE from the BQE until well into Nassau County. In the Bloomberg 1130 three-day forecast, cloudy tonight, rain possible overnight with a low in the mid-50s, light rain on Saturday with a high near 65, showers likely on Saturday night with a low in the mid-50s, and the outlook for Sunday, cloudy, but still a chance of showers and a high 60 to 65. It's 61 degrees in New York, and with the best ride in and out of the city, I'm Adam Walski, Bloomberg 1130.
Broadcasting live from the Bloomberg Interactive Broker Studio in New York. Bloomberg 1130. To Washington, D.C., Bloomberg 99.1. To Boston, Bloomberg 106.1. To San Francisco, Bloomberg 960. To the country, Sirius XM Channel 119. And around the globe, the Bloomberg Business app and BloombergRadio.com. This is Bloomberg Business Week.
So ask me what I'm doing.
What are you doing? What are you doing tonight, Carol?
Well, two things. I'm actually looking at this pizza place I love, and you have to order like 2 or 3 hours ahead because it's like...
Really?
Oh my God, it's crazy. It's really popular.